Hey VC, how you doing? It's Bill with the Voniverse. Recently got some gifts in the mail from VC members, VCLT. A couple which were surprises. I wasn't expecting them. But I thought I'd come on here and show you what was sent my way. I've been the recipient of a lot of generosity in the VC. So the least I can do is show what I was given. So Red over Red Code Music sent me a little something for Christmas or the holidays. Didn't show up until after Christmas. Showed up a week or two ago. Brad at H2 Vinyl sent me a Christmas and a birthday gift in the same package. That showed up a couple weeks ago. Peter at Sounds from the West Coast sent me a surprise package. I wasn't expecting anything from him, and he surprised me with something. And then lastly, a few days ago, I got a big box from Carm over at Gorvo 31. He was kind enough to send me something. I haven't opened that one yet. So I will do that on camera. But first, I'm going to go through what Peter, Brad, and Red sent. And by the way, I'm linking all these channels down below because they are all friends, and it would be great if you took the opportunity to go check them out as well. So firstly, Peter, he recently rebranded his channel to Sounds from the West Coast. Great guy. He knows my tastes. We have a lot of similar tastes. He sent me a VCLT package several months back, which was really, really nice of him. And then one day, a week or two ago, another package showed up. So, Peter, very kind of you to send something. It wasn't a record, so I opened the envelope to see what was included, and it's really, really cool. So Peter sent a long note here. I'm not going to read through the note, but I'm going to read some highlights in here because what he sent a couple CDs/DVD. The first one is this Birdland. And it says on here, Birdland was a 6-part BBC production that featured interviews and performances of jazz musicians from Britain and across the pond. A few seconds of the end credits of each episode are missing, but otherwise this is complete. It's a first generation source from VHS. So very, very cool. And Peter goes on in his letter to say this is a DVD that a friend gave to him years ago. So thank you, Peter. We'll definitely be checking this out. Sounds really interesting. And secondly, he sent me this. I hope I pronounced this correctly. It's Jaime Villaseca Quartet and Jazznesis, the music of Genesis from 1970 to 1974. So this sounds like it's jazz versions of Genesis music, which is right up my alley. So I'm really looking forward to checking this out. I don't recognize any of the musicians. Jaime Villaseca is a pianist, but I'm not familiar with him. And Peter goes on to say in here, this was a friend gave to him a long time ago, and it's Jaime Villaseca Quartet CD, Jazznesis, the music of Genesis 1970 to 1974. With your love of both Genesis and jazz, I think you'll like. and will make a nice companion piece to the classical interpretation of Genesis I sent you last time. In the last package that Peter sent me, he gave me this album, Genesis for Chamber Orchestra, the Coda Chamber Ensemble. This is great. There's Peter's note from before. Wonderful. So I really do enjoy this, Peter. So, yeah. So definitely looking forward to checking this out. Sounds really, really interesting. And he also sent, this is a CD-ROM, The Crack in the Cosmic Egg. It's Encyclopedia of Krautrock Cosmica Music. So he goes on to say in his note here, on my non-vinyl tag video, I showed the original printed edition of Crack in the Cosmic Egg, their Encyclopedia of Krautrock. A number, along with their superb magazine Audion, which they've just resurrected after a number of years in digital format, along with back issues worth investigating. A number of years later, they expanded and updated it. This time on CD-ROM, as printing it was too expensive. Last year they repeated the exercise, so as I've bought the latest edition, I thought you might find the older CD-ROM edition of use in your journey into the genre. So very, very cool, Peter. Yes, been definitely going down the Krautrock rabbit hole over the past year or so. So this sounds really interesting. I'm looking forward to checking that out as well. So that is what Peter sent. Very generous of him. And then Brad from H2 Vinyl sent me a package. They were both wrapped. One was wrapped for my birthday, which was back in November, and one was wrapped for Christmas. But they got here definitely after Christmas, with the way shipping has been going. But the first thing in the package was this nice tote from a local record store to Brad, Triangle Vinyl, in Claremont, Florida. So that is very, very cool. I love these tote bags. I have a few others. And then, after talking with Brad many times, he knew I was looking to get into this band, but have been intimidated of where to start. So Brad has put me on track, and he got me King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and this is, how do you pronounce it? Nonagon Infinity? Yeah, Nonagon Infinity. So, thank you very much, Brad, for this. So, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, we know they're very prolific, put out a lot of records. Many genres, psych, hard rock, metal, progressive. So, I am happy to have this in the collection. Thank you so much, Brad. And then he also sent, we have talked in the past about this band as well, both that we were looking to start collecting more of their work. So he sent me Kraftwerk's Audubon, and this was awesome to get. And this is the latest reissue on this kind of blue vinyl here. So that is super cool. Comes with a booklet. So thanks again, Brad. Very, very generous and thoughtful of you to send those my way. Moving along to Red over at Redco Music. A little pokester he is. A surprise package showed up from him. And he sent me some Kansas related items. He sent me a few burned albums. They are, he had them printed on this paper here. The Prelude Implicit, Power, and the Best of Kansas. So those are cool. And then he also sent me the album Monolith, which I did not have. So very, very nicely read. Thank you so much. That was nice of you. And then just a few days ago, this beast of a box showed up. And this comes courtesy of Carm, Orvo 31. Carm, great guy in the VC. He's been around a long time in the community. Had been familiar with Carm for a long time, years probably, but it wasn't really until this past year that we really started connecting, and it's been great. It's been great chatting back and forth with Carm, and one time he asked me for my address and said he wanted to send some stuff, and here it is. So thank you so much, Carm. I haven't unsealed this box yet, so I'm going to do that now. Let's see how I can do this. Okay. So yeah, really generous of you, Carm. I mean, this box is huge here. Let's see. Okay, that's that. Okay. I think we got it here. Let's see. All right, I'm in. Actually, I'm not in. It's taped inside too.
2 hours later.
Okay, I'm finally in, and I will say, I haven't looked at anything, but I'm fully expecting, based on Carm's taste, which is great by the way, I'm fully expecting not to know what these albums that he sent. So let's see what Carm sent. So first, that feels like the top. Oh, okay. I am familiar with this only because I think Carm just sent this to Beth at Red Rum Records. Was it Beth? This is the Nightcrawlers. And let's see, it says the Biophonic Boombox Recordings delves into the vast depths of the Nightcrawlers' self-published cassette catalog to collect and reflect upon the pioneering synthesizer trio's hard-knuckled brand of cosmica music made on the rugged outskirts of Philadelphia throughout the 80s. Very cool. So local connection here. I live right outside of Philadelphia. So yeah, thanks, Carm. Very cool. Can't wait to check that out. That's very cool. I think you sent that to Beth too, or maybe it was someone else. Okay, here's another record. Is that the back? Night Flights. Oh, cool. Okay. Alright, so Carm put a little note on here. It says, similar to the previous to an extent, perhaps more ambient. Very cool. And it's on yellow vinyl there. Night Flights Volume 1. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, so not familiar, but very cool. We'll definitely be looking to check this out. Very cool. Thanks, Carm. So next, gosh, and there's still several more. Okay. Wow. Oh, okay. All right, so Machu Picchu, Daru, I assume is the name, but I see the Starship Enterprise here. And Carm put a note here. It says, similar to a certain German trio I know you've recently been getting into with a smiley face. So that German trio he's referring to is Tangerine Dream. So that's very, very cool. Definitely looking forward to checking this out. Looks like it came out in 1981. Awesome. There's going to be a lot of exploring here. Okay, now next here. Dugga 3. Musical directions by Gianmarco Liguori with Murray McNabb and Kim Patterson. Okay, another note. I find this impossible to define, so you'll just have to be surprised. You may already know this one, though. And I was just going to say, there's something familiar about this. I don't know if I've seen you show this, Carm, or I know it from some other way. This looks very familiar. I can't say I know it, but something familiar about this. Very cool. Okay, and there's still several more in here. George Adams Sound Suggestions on the ECM label. Looks like it's a promo. And he just writes, had to toss in an ECM. So, yeah, I have many albums on the ECM label. Carm knows, he knows my taste. So that's very cool. I'm not familiar with George Adams or this album. So very cool. Let's see. Charlie Mariano, October. Again, that line. That Lime LP on Contempt Records. Yeah, not familiar. Looks like we got some German musicians on here, though. All right, cool. Charlie Mariano, October. And going back into the never-ending box here. Okay. Dreams, Doug Riley. Real nice mixture of jazz rock keyboard based. Something familiar about this too. I think I may have seen this on your channel, Carm. Very cool. This is on PM. label. Not familiar with that label. Very cool. And we're still going here. Outlaws. On Inner City, Jeremy Steig and Eddie Gomez. Okay, I know Eddie Gomez. Eddie Gomez, he's bass player. He played, I know him from playing with Bill Bruford in a trio setting, as well as Bill Evans. But I'm not familiar with this album, so that's cool. Jeremy Steig and Eddie Gomez, Outlaws. Very, very cool. Still more in here. Tom Varner Quartet featuring Ed Jackson, Billy Hart, and Fred Hopkins. Same as on the previous one, this is a bit more freeform though. Very cool. Awesome. Someone play the French horn on here? Tom Varner. I play the drums, or I did, I should say. My drums have been packed away for years because I have no place to set them up. But back in high school, one of my music teachers wanted us to take up a secondary instrument, and I picked up the French horn. So I can't say I know how to play all that well, but I did dabble in French horn a little bit. So very cool. All right. Oh, that was it. Or is it? Oh, nope, there's more. Okay, one more. Last one. I had another stiffener over the top of it. Oh no, is there something else in there? No, that last one. Oh, with a note. Okay. All right. Oh, wow. Harold Land, Josha's Dance, Susha's Dance. And the note on the back says, well, hey, look at that lineup. And he's right. It's got Bobby Hutcherson on vibraphone, George Cables, Billy Higgins on the drums, Oscar Brashear, John Hurd, and Ray Armando. And this is a promo, white label promo. This is very cool. This is on Muse Records. Awesome. That's really, really awesome. And Carm sent a note here. I hope you don't mind, Carm, but I'm going to read it if that's okay. So it says, hey, Bill, how are you? Have some tunes for you here, mostly stuff from the collection. Have either doubles or stuff I'm just not attached to anymore. So they're finding their way your way. Some of the outer sleeves aren't perfect. The LPs are in pretty good shape and may just need a quick cleaning beforehand. Okay, I can handle that. Hope you enjoy them, and if you already have some of them, don't quite do it for you, as per the VC tradition. Feel free to pass to a bro or sis further down the lane. Love Train. Has been great getting to know you during this past year, and hope to know you further in the future, and among others, meet in person one day. All the best to you and your family, as always, and happy to listening. Peace and love, Carm. Really nice note, Carm. Thank you so much. That That's like a record collection right there. Thank you so much, Carm. I have a lot of exploring to do here, and very generous of you. Hopefully someday I can return that generosity to you and to everyone who's ever sent me VCLT. I hope to pay it forward, as the saying goes. So thanks so much, Carm. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Peter. And thank you, Red, for sending me some gifts. I really appreciate it. And with that, I'm going to sign off here. Hope everyone's doing well, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Thanks, everyone. Take care now. Bye.